Hello, free enterprise community, and welcome to the quarterfinal match between xPankraz and Infinious. I am Plumerionite, joined by Judge Joe. We have Aaron Laura restreaming this match, and of course, we have Bangagong on tracking. Welcome in, everybody. How you doing, Judge Joe?
I'm up and ready for a match. I'm excited for this one. I believe it's the last of the first round matches in these quarterfinals, so it'll be exciting to see how this matchup breaks out and changes between the two of them.
Absolutely, I'm super excited for this match. Hopefully, it's an interesting seed, right? What are we hoping to see today?
Power's always fun. Mages are fun. Honestly, it could be anything with this flag set. Could give with, well, not common, with only 7 characters in the seed and no duplicate characters allowed. There is a slight chance that these runners have to deal with a smaller than usual party size and composition. That's always a good time.
Yeah, especially when those HP totals are on the lower end with those mages. You can get into some tricky situations. So we'll see what the seed throws at us today, but I think both of our runners will be able to handle it. They've proven themselves through the tournament so far. So whatever happens, I think we're going to see some great plays.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite things with these seeds is to attempt to guess the starting kit, because we get a random one. There's a lot of kits could be. Some are useful, like, say, a Dwarf Axe and a Bacchus Wine, or a bunch of Rune Rings. Others are a little less useful, like 50 Bestiaries.
But what if you want to know the boss weaknesses?
That's what Google is for.
No, I really like the loaded kit, especially if it comes with exits. That's one that I really like to see, or a random heroine robe just popping out is always nice.
Yeah, the one kit that actually... There's 2 kits that can give you that starting heroine robe.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Grab Bag kit, which is 8 random items from tier 1 through 5. Is it likely to get a heroine robe from that? No. Could it happen? Very much so. The other more likely outcome is with the Green Name kit. That's 4 items from a very carefully curated list, and the heroine robe is one of those items, along with some other fantastic finds. Or a carrot. It'd be lots of fun.
Needs a carrot. What if you get hungry? I think a carrot, xPankraz is known for buying carrots in spoiler seeds, or if he just finds them in a shop. So maybe that'll be an omen of something to come if we get a carrot.
Be very, very scared if we start with a carrot. But
looks like we have Rosa as our starting character. How do you feel about that one?
Oh, I'm always a Porum start.
Yeah.
Earlier Berserk, exit guaranteed, and the possibility of just starting with the twins and as just a source of power. I very much am a Porum fan versus Rosa. She has her own advantages with her HP pool, and generally, I believe, later game her spells come a little earlier. But it's the early game that sometimes allows the runners to shine.
Yeah, I definitely like having that exit spell. Access to it is important. And with Tella out of the game and Fusoya restricted, and then sometimes you're just never doing Mount R deals. The sources of exit are limited.
Shopping!
Shopping?
You could buy exits.
Personally, I never shop in this flag set, but maybe that's why I'm out of the tournament. I don't know.
Check with the shop settings as they are. The power you'll find is not typically a carry style, but one to provide assistance. So
that
you
makes
can
sense.
spend some time shopping for exits, but whether or not you'll find, that's an edge.
That alleviates a lot of things, and oh my goodness.
Oh, we got the green name kit with a carrot.
We sure did. Wait, was that a green name kit?
I saw 4 items. Ninja hat was one of them, so I'm pretty sure that's a sign of the green name kit.
I thought
don't.
those...
If it was 8 items, then it was the grab bag kit.
Yeah, I don't think it was 8. So here we go. Starting harp. An edge.
And that edge is very, very powerful. If we can go and get a single piece of anti-ogre weaponry, could easily make short work of the Staleman skeleton trap chests. Could use the grimoire to speed up Hobbs and try and get a third character, but both runners are going for the standard get your gear and go play of head to Castle Eblin. There's a poison axe.
There you go. I think we just need a little bit of defense now.
Yep. Enough defense for Rosa to live. Flame kills the skeletons. Rosa goes next and can hopefully one-shot the Staleman. You'll take one punch and hopefully be out of there. We'll see if either of the runners feels comfortable with what they find to go for that.
Okay, so we got some agility manipulation.
Ice Brand means, well, that's very much online killing. You could also go in the safer option of putting it on edge. He should be able to take a hit or two. So as long as he doesn't take too many hits, you should be able to get back to his turn to deal with the Staleman. Little safer, maybe slower, but definitely faster than wiping.
Yeah, this looks completely safe as long as Edge isn't RA2 or something. And he isn't, so we're good.
Nope. He's above 20 agility. Rosa appears to be well geared, but he's above 20 agility. With Rosa's base 8 agility, he is guaranteed to be RA1. Whoa.
It's a nice prize.
Yeah, no, the spoon is real nice. I think I saw a power staff on this right side tower. So, right there, we have a power staff, we have a spoon, we have an edge. We're cooking.
Second Sork Robe, too, is really nice. It actually has some pretty good stats, especially for Edge here. Okay, we got some big sticks.
Yeah, Infinious making use of the grimoire to quickly clear this trap chest and got a crystal sword. So, what's better than a spoon and a power staff? Crystal sword and a power staff. Plus 25 strength rather than only plus 10.
Well, and what's even better than that?
Crystal Sword Avenger. Plus 25 strength, 10 agility, and auto Zerk. Or a heroine robe.
Pankraz life glitched one of those black cats. We'll see if that gets him a spell that Infinious maybe couldn't get.
Wow. This was a big place. We'll see. Infinious looks like he's currently fading the spoon.
Yeah.
Now that Rosa's gained levels, you have to equip the Drain Spear to go about it, which Pankraz did to guarantee Edge being RA1 for kind of more efficient and guaranteed party order.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. Without being RA1, you run the risk of that sailman putting somebody to sleep and ruining your day.
We stole one Bacchus.
Yeah, I'm curious about this play because he's been life glitching to try to get Rosa extra XP. Doesn't seem to be using the power or the poison X.
No, we have more than enough power. If that was the crystal sword instead of spoon, would have guaranteed the one shot, but more than enough that
Yeah.
unless it's a really risky fight or will save a lot of time, say red giants, swapping for racial weakness is unlikely to save too much time.
Mm-hmm.
But Infinious left Eblin, grabbed a Sid on Hobbs, only had to fight a little dragon to get it.
Yeah, so we've got Wyvern out of the way already. And a duplicate character in Baron Inn, so that's not too helpful.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a flame.
We've got an explode for Infinious over here.
Oh look, 83 damage. I'm scared.
And Infinious gets the dialogue too, which is interesting. The speed is variable here, so it can actually impact what happens. Not sure. Edge does have some wisdom gear, so Flame might kill here.
It might... Oh.
Almost.
Should be fast enough to get the kill anyways.
Yeah, didn't even have
and
to
that's a
run
lot of wisdom gear for Infinious. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
That's the game we're playing.
It's a very generous game today. This... something like this feels like you just have to go where the key items are. You just have to pick your spot and go for it.
Do we have Berserk? I think we might be Zeromus ready.
I think we need a little bit of HP. Just a little.
But looking at the gear loadout for Pankraz, if that's the crystal sword instead of the spoon, we are currently equipped with let's see, 10 plus 30. We are currently equipped with plus 43 strength and 18 agility. Pretty good.
It's decent.
And Pankraz has decided with that power, he is leaving no stone unturned. He will not let his opponent do any sort of sneaky play, as we see both runners charging straight to ordeals at the 8-minute mark.
Yeah, I find this play really interesting. I'd be kind of keen to skip this and just go to the density. But both players kind of feeling each other out, it feels like, you know? Trying to make a play or prevent a play from being made.
The seat has decided Infinious needs to head to bed soon and is trying to get the runners out, gone and done. And mountain of double targets. I'm pretty sure we could hit for 6k, or not 6k. I'm pretty sure we can likely hit for 3,000 with the gear we've gotten. So these double targets, these free fights, are actually costing us time. But saving us a crumble.
Yeah, that's pretty convenient when that happens. So is anything in here that we want to keep? That's a big question. Yeah.
Unfortunately, a tower key. Neither runner has done anything in that northern quadrant except for Hobbs on Infinious' side. Mountain of double targets. The runners will get there. Actually, with Pankraz's routing, if he goes to Fabul next, which I would not necessarily be surprised, it does give an opportunity to try and get exits before maybe doing the Twin Harp.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, this trying to dig for the Earth Crystal before you go over to Troya, especially with a Rosa start, is pretty common and typical.
But we might be seeing Bedward as one of Pankraz's last checks on the overworld.
Yeah, it makes sense to do it like that. I like to route it like that sometimes.
If you get the power early.
Yeah, definitely. The more doable those trap chests are when you go to Eblin, the more you can fade that bed check.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily have said I'd have gone to Ordeals, but
yeah,
I had a tower key, so
that's fair.
Value to be determined. But straight down, looks like this will be Bedward for Pankraz and Fool for Infinious. Do we have exits?
Yeah, I wonder if Pankraz will do Harp first, actually. Yeah, it's doing some shopping. Interesting.
No exits.
Heals are nice, though.
They are indeed. And invading Fabul, we've got Evil Wall. Well, that's a tough boss out of the way. Bye! I just looked at Infinious's naming scheme and I see a lot of Lufia 2 Ancient Cave weapon names or item names.
I see. Now I get it.
Which Pankraz is Pankraz has definitely completed a fair amount of Ancient Cave runs.
Well, it's just a package from Fabul, so I don't think we're gonna take any character that we find there.
What if it's a Foo?
I don't think we're gonna take any character that we find there.
That with no tiaras, Foo is a sweeper. Foo is an exit caster.
True, he does have exit.
Palom is only a sweeper, and there's a chance we can get Edge to do that. Porum's only an exit caster and Zerk caster. We might not even need another one of those. Foo does do both.
It is a very long time commitment, though, and you might pick up that Foo later. I don't know.
Very much so.
It's an interesting question.
But time for music.
Hooray!
Do. Good music. Lunar Star Story has some fantastic songs. That Dark Elf ruined.
Yeah, the Dark Elf wasn't around for very long anyway. But we did see Antlion with a ninja shirt for Infinious over there. And here we get a crystal ring.
Dragon defense.
I mean, I'll
and
take it
plus
for strength.
agility.
Yeah, you never know when that comes in handy.
But if you missed that music, you should be getting a reprise of it shortly with Infinious' side. Does not look like Antlion Cave held anything too much of value, which means that Bedward or the Flame Dog is going to be our path to underground.
Yeah, and apparently Dragoon shields are not metallic, so today I
Nope.
learned.
Dragoon armor is not particularly metallic.
Weird.
I feel like the music ended sooner on Infinious' side.
Hard to tell.
Actually, no, I think I know why. Infinious is fast.
Yeah.
With the little lull, it definitely ended sooner. And because Infinious was fast anchored, he did not take the wave of spells that Dark Elf is wont to cast.
Yeah, he didn't have to sit through the chain attacks.
But
an agility manipulating sword.
We have our hook. Nothing else appears to be required on the overworld, so xPankraz is good to go underground whenever he wants. Yeah, however, he still has 2 more checks remaining. We'll see how many of those he does.
Yeah. Especially, it looks like he's interested in boss checks. There are just 2 loose bosses that don't give you any prizes in the overworld. That one's Octomam.
Nice
Slightly
catch.
Moved over.
Good of xPankraz to give us a chance to see the boss.
Well, as soon as the game didn't hiccup on him, he knew it wasn't Gauntlet, so presumably he didn't care which boss it was.
Yeah. I don't trust my ability to feel out the hiccups. I can do it, although it can always be Luge.
Yeah,
not at this point.
Sometimes I can predict with decent accuracy, but I'll still get it wrong every now and then. And that's not the Gauntlet either.
But we did see it was Baigen.
Yeah, that's a good one to get out of the pool. You don't want to see that at Cave Bahamut.
No Baigen, no Evil Wall, loads of power, no D-Lunars, no Wyvern.
Yeah, we could still get Dark Imps or something. That would be
no, there could be if
fun.
We mess up our agility setup. Golbez at some spots could prove problematic. DKC, if we aren't too high level at some spots, could also be a problem.
Yeah, I think with that said, and a Drain Spear, our agility problems are never going to show up.
Our agility is always going to be able to be solved. It's a matter of if it's solved at the right time.
Yeah, that makes sense. So both runners are gonna kind of converge here on this hook route. Infinious will probably check that final trap chest.
Yeah, actually, there was the boss spent and the hovercraft raising, but the time spent checking for exits actually does appear to have kind of evened things out a little bit now that xPankraz is redoing, and that was that a Porum?
That was a Porum. Very tempting, but
Unfortunately, walking out of the LST is still faster than doing the package.
Yeah.
It's the rest of the exits that you now have to calculate.
Yeah.
But it could be Gauntlet.
Well, we already did Cave Magnus, so that's like the other big one to have exit for.
Yeah. You've got the little ones of Cave Bahamut and the Fey March are kind of the other exits.
Dwarf Castle, maybe. That's not.
I think I heard it's actually potentially a time loss. So it's no more than really a net neutral. If you warp glitch, it's definitely a time save, but once you've gotten to the key item, you're already so close to the door. Too many spins.
The shop was not good.
But just a Fabul difference between them once Infinious gets the spoon. So
yeah, we'll see. See when Pankraz wants to do Fabul.
Currently, what it means is one more key item for Infinious. So maybe there might be a world that it's a 10th key item and gives a big XP advantage. However, with the Omnidextrous flag set and the amount of power we have, I'm not certain how much XP is going to matter for this team.
Yeah, and I don't see that Porum mattering unless package is Gauntlet and Infinious decides to check it for that reason.
But having already with the package character, it's just kind of a you do it or you never come back until you decide to have fun with boss checks, I guess. Which, having checked it and not taken it, means I don't think we see Infinious come back there ever.
Yeah. No, you could have gotten that Sid for free on the hook route, it looks like.
And we have Kaipo guards. We don't quite have the magic to efficiently clear through the three of them. If we have any swoon proccing, we could definitely fast anchor and do that if we care about the XP, but otherwise we'll see a couple rounds of them attacking.
Well, Infinious just picked up a Medusa arrow, if there's any bow in our inventory. Yeah, there's an archer bow. So that could be
you could definitely go for a stone proc strategy.
Or you could sell the Medusa arrows, and that's fine.
They do sell for money. But yeah. Outside of that slight exit issue with those life glitches, we end having done Twin Harp. We are past, I believe we're past the point of having to worry about those early game spells. So Rosa will be doing some good work. Yay. An elven bow.
Interesting item to get from a trap chest.
The 2-hook route trap chest, this double Staleman one especially, a lot of runners find this trap chest in a normal flag set to be more of a problem than many of the ones in Eblan Castle. However, this one is significantly less likely to give you good gear. Although I did miss, we have the Darkness Crystal.
I actually missed that too.
That means a couple things. It means we know the Magma Key is very, very likely straight through this underground. Outside of Pan or Luca, we have every other, it's going to require something from these underground checks to reach. This mom bomb's actually rude. And it also means that we have moon access this early, well, a little less likely to have value when you go and take a look at, and that is a wipe for xPankraz. A little less likely to have value than the entirety of this underground check, which there's a lot to clear. It does give the option, especially if Magma Key just shows up in Lower Babel, of saying, I'm not necessarily the most confident in my ability to out-check xPankraz. I need to make a fade, and to just pick some arbitrary amount of the underworld and say, I'm not doing it. If it's there, I've lost, and just head to the moon early.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how our runners try to approach this Magma Key, because it is... it's tricky. I don't know.
Like, as a racer, you can usually, not necessarily always, some people play differently, but you can usually expect with this situation, at least until the Magma Key is found, for someone to stick around underground. After that, well, it could be anywhere. But up until that point, you can feel pretty comfortable in whatever checks you do. Maybe your opponent will have done something slightly odd, like they'll have done Dwarf before a lot of the underground and gotten Magma early, but you shouldn't feel too bad about what you do.
The Grimoire decided to help xPankraz out that time.
Which xPankraz saved that for this entire time and gave him a nice time save. Now Infinious doesn't have the Grimoire, but should be able to get through handedly. And is still fast anchored, I notice.
Yeah, that gave xPankraz some trouble here as well.
If we can get the Berserk off, I think we might be fine. We'll see the explosion, but should hopefully be able to chew through enough targets and time.
Yeah, I don't think this is super threatening here.
But finishing the hook route, getting access to the character or the airship at the 27:58 for xPankraz to regain access and immediately land.
Yeah, I do believe we saw the Rubicant sprite at the top of tower. It could be elements. I don't think we've seen that yet.
Yep. If it's elements, we have a Ice Brand, we also have a Crystal Sword, so that's 10,000, should be more, that's more than half, so should deal with phase 1 in a one-shot. If it's Ruby, we have an Ice Brand, that'll be 2 hits instead of 1. The Horror. If it's a Mute Knife, we 100% have ways to do elements. Mute Knife Ice Brand will, with its times 8 effectiveness on the elements Ruby phase, because it is weak to ice and is also a mage. It might even be times 16 if it's both times 4. I don't remember actually, but
yeah, I think it is times 16.
With times 16, you're like, it's guaranteed to quad 9s. Even like Ice Brand Mute Knife will quad 9s. Or Ice Claw. Yeah.
So
Earth
just a
Hammer. That's
bunch. Yeah, nothing of real value in the trap chests. Mute Knife, White Spear, and Defense Sword, in addition to that Earth Hammer. Ooh, why?
You hate to see it.
Yeah, so elemental damage and monster type damage will stack, but multiple elements do not. So like Golbez is weak to fire and holy, but you can only exploit one of those at a time.
Looks like just about a 2-minute difference heading through the underground. Some of that time will be made up by if FF4FE ever heads to Fabul, but not too much of a difference so far.
Yeah, we'll see what this tower hands us to see if there can be any more divergence, or if we're gonna have an obvious path through the seed here.
The time difference is definitely within the realm of moon routing being a key factor. We'll have to see how much time FF4FE can pull away, or whether Infinious will claw back time. And
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And pretty much just again how long Fabul takes for FF4FE.
Yeah, I'm really curious. Infinious Noseporum is in the seed. Like, does that incentivize Dwarf Castle for you?
With no exit, with no great sweeper, we do have a couple pieces of mage gear, but not much. It does take a little bit to get up to that like solid 1400, 1300 blitz that you need to really make those ghosts safe. And we have a small party, which is another thing that can sometimes make it harder for the sweeper, although with the ghosts, should be fine. There are definitely plenty of reasons to consider dwarf, which might just make us see FF4FE hop forward, hop back, go to dwarf sooner than you would expect. Stardust Rod. Well, we have sweep. Okay, we can sweep the ghosts.
Yeah, we've got a Mute Knife and a Sorcerer Robe. I think that would have been enough with Blitz.
We have rune rings, so you can go in.
Yeah.
You can probably set up a swing Zerk and just make sure you're healed up for the Mulbro double tree chest. Can always just Zerk for the warriors.
Just remember to take that heroin robe off.
We probably have a change rod, so yeah, with plus 30, we should be. We should be good.
I think for the ghosts, which are the major time loss, you just need like 24 wisdom, because they don't have a ton of HP.
Yep.
And that's with Blitz.
Only need like 1200, a little more, I think, but. Forge!
Okay. Well.
Predictions in chat.
What do you think?
Let's go Matsunos.
Alright, I'm gonna go with the Thor Hammer. But I am gonna predict both players are feeling good about that Ordeals play right now. Or Infinious will when he gets that key. Okay, look at this shop.
I missed it. Was it Bacchus and heroin robes?
Well, you'll see. I think we're gonna buy a bunch of them.
Coffins and heroin robes. Maybe you take a couple.
Yeah, they're cheap. Oh no,
Did
it's
you
the
want
bad
more
heart.
anchoring? Alrighty, so where's our Avengers? Why didn't we get a stack of Bacchus? And are we just going to hold A and with our 90 agility anchor? That's a solution. If you give everyone triple heroin robe, you could probably just hold A and not see a single spell from the ghosts.
That's an interesting solution.
It might require an Avenger, but
So we're going to the Fey March first, which, yeah, with all that agility, or, sorry, with all that wisdom boosting gear, these warriors should be pretty easy.
yeah, you need to get like 2,400. So I think we're just going to Zerk through them or hold A. But
Well, I think Pankraz is set up for spellcasting.
oh nope, he did.
Not quite
Yeah.
enough.
The damage variance was high.
Yeah,
1,800 to 2,800.
that's a good thing he healed up. He's not gonna take too much of a time loss here.
2 blitzes is still probably faster, or a blitz and a flood. But there we go. Forge for Infinious. We'll see if he chooses a different route from here on. And how does he feel after finding the heroin robes are for sale?
Yeah, you sell everything. That's all I know about that.
You can do whatever you want this seed. Just, do the right things. Like, all you have to do is do whichever check has the magma key and whichever check has the earth crystal, and you're in go mode.
Yeah, but
Could just be any 2 random checks.
They could be in the bottom of the moon for all we know.
If we get the pan, it could just be Sheila 1 and 2.
Could be. Could be.
Could be dwarf. Could be baron. It's magma key has a little more restrictions.
Yeah, it could be behind the pan still, but
if you find gauntlet, then you know that you just hunt the magma key and you're done.
So we're gonna anchor with Rosa, which I think makes sense.
And straight to dwarf for Infinious, getting that extra character makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and we did get the Sand Ruby from the freebie, so that's an interesting pickup too. I didn't see if Pankraz checked this first, or if he did not. Okay.
So
Nothing there.
not the gauntlet.
Was this Antlion? I didn't see anything jump up here at Dwarf.
It is.
There is.
Alright, without Berserk, we're not going to quad 9s. But we can try. You don't need that power staff anymore. It looks like we're heading straight to Sylph for Pankraz now.
Yeah, he's got the wisdom gear back on.
The real interesting decision is if Infinious gets the magma key here.
Yeah, definitely. He's got the power to go to the moon.
Like, if he gets the magma key, Gauntlet could just be in Cave Bahamut. Head there, get your levels, go. You have the power. Boy, do you have the power. Abacus does push it from the point of free to you should not have any issues of getting a 0 Big Bang. With only one Zerk caster, still might have a little trouble getting the party moving in time. But
well, there's one less option for the Magma Key to come from the moon. Oh, but there's huge value in Dwarf.
Oh, that's massive.
Yeah, that could be the Magma... Oh wait, what did we get on Pankraz's side?
Baron Key.
Oh, hey, so the key items are flying.
Very, very likely we're down to Luca Key from Moon for Magma not showing up underground. So if Infinious just follows that chain, he currently has, from a lesser checked area, the other piece. It's just a matter of when does Pankraz go to Dwarf.
Yeah, or, you know, what's up the tower is that, right? Like,
actually, even more dangerous, what happens when Pankraz finds the Magma Key without having done Dwarf?
Yeah, like, Gauntlet could be in Baron or Zot. Magma could be in Baron or Zot. The possibility...
I don't think we ever go to Zot. Oh, Magma could be Zot. I don't think we ever go to Zot unless it's Magma.
Well, both runners will be thinking about it, I think. Which
I think would be good for Pankraz a little bit, although I'm uncertain how set Infinious is. But did we get a 4th character?
No, it was a duplicate Edge.
So, yeah, it looks like we're going straight to the Sheila 1 side of things, which is definitely safer. Does not have the Pan, does not have the Baron Key, but it still is at least one shot at the Magma Key from Sheila 1 and one shot to be a shot with the Skies.
Stardust Rod sweeps the Toads. That's pretty neat.
Mage Sid!
Although, it was close on one of those.
Oh, there's Magma. That's go mode for Infinious, and quite possibly seals the race.
Wow. So, no Zot required, no Baron required. Just have to...
Nothing on the moon required.
Yeah, just that...
Except Cave Bahamut.
Yeah.
And there's a gauntlet somewhere.
Now, there's still an out for Pankraz here.
If he goes straight to the moon,
yes,
and there's a gauntlet in Cave Bahamut, there is a chance that he could... with those heroine robes, with that Sid, with that Edge, I really wish we had a single Bacchus.
Well, I know Pankraz has a single Bacchus.
Yeah.
I think Infinious does.
With a single Bacchus, I definitely know this party can handle Zeromus. Without, I do get a little worried. A 4th character relieves some issues.
Yeah. I think if we have, like, Tier 3s, it'll be less of an issue, but we'll see.
We don't need healing. It's a matter of not dying to the first Big Bang is kind of the the deal.
Well, this helps. This gives us an
We
anchor.
have more than enough Zerker damage. You just need to not die before. It's a 4th character.
And a free heal, so Infinious doesn't have to use a cabin.
You can go and hide the you could anchor with Edward, hide. You get your 2 Zerkers going.
Yeah.
Nerf the Big Bang with a hidden Edward. If one dies, unfortunate, but then Rosa's still alive. You recover, you get going. We're
More
going to be
importantly,
hitting monstrous damage.
Yeah, you can Zerk with Rosa. Quickly.
So, if Infinious doesn't take a grind, I could definitely see a about 56, maybe a 57 coming out of him.
Yeah, so it's all gonna well, Pankraz, where's Pankraz going? Oh, okay, Sheila. That makes sense.
Yep, Sheila 1, Sheila 2 might stop by full defense since you have the Magma Key.
Won't have to keep the package, doesn't need the 10th key item. Oh, is not doing Bubble first. Makes sense. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, if you get the Earth Crystal from here and you faded Fool this long. Alright, nothing of importance, so can do Fabul defense, and depending on if he's thinking boss hunt or Earth Crystal hunt, could reset as soon as seeing the boss.
Yeah. Probably doesn't check the package boss for that.
Because you're missing 2 slots, that's it. And they're not slots you want to check. Looks like we're at least seeing what the key item is.
Yeah, I doubt.
Might also have not left a save.
I doubt he wants that that package slot. He definitely left a save outside Musidia.
Okay.
And there's the reset.
So, yeah, you were never checking that for a boss. You can always get it again later. So just go to the moon, hit Cave Bahamut, maybe take a stop by the hair dryers, and then pick either consider Giant, but there's 5 bosses on the LST. Unfortunately, there is a quicker route.
Yeah, and if it's anything except Cave Bahamut, I think it's just the difference in the time that takes. It's just going to push Pankraz even further behind.
Yeah.
Edge is bundled up for winter. Don't worry about it. He's got to dress in layers.
All right, is it a double? What's your bet?
I have to say my bet is no.
Yeah, I'll stick with the odds, no.
Yeah, it almost doesn't matter, but Pankraz would only be a few seconds behind. It's a moon boss. Well, this is an annoying boss to have here.
It also gives us a free, quote-unquote, free round to get our Zerker rolling.
Yeah, I think in the front row...
If it was a head-to-head race, that Bacchus, I think, would have made all the difference.
Yeah.
But without the Earth Crystal.
Alright, we got the blink on Edge, so Infinious is set up here.
Yeah, we might even get to 2,000 HP on Sid, where he could even potentially live a counter nuke. But
well, those heroin robes actually give pretty good magic evasion, so
yeah, you get the evasion rolls from agility.
Yeah, and they they come with decent evasion.
It's not
chance.
like Sid was getting evasion rolls any other
Right.
any other way.
He's not getting them from his wisdom and will.
So, Crystal, just shy of the 50-minute mark. Zoom.
Yeah, this was a jet seed.
If you're worried, you take a behemoth.
Yeah, that's I don't
We're
know. Would
not
you be worried?
No, that Edward makes me comfy.
Yeah. This shouldn't be too big.
Actually, you
bangs.
don't even need to hide Edward. You just get the counter nuke. If it hits Rosa, you hide Edward.
You want
well,
Edward
if it hits Rosa, you're through.
Yeah, you want Edward to take the counter nuke.
If it hits Edward, you're through. If it hits Sid, he might live. If it hits Edge, he might live. If they don't live, then you hide Edward for extra recovery and get ready.
Yeah, that it becomes a little tricky if Rosa goes down. Otherwise, you should be able to heal Edge or Sid. I would bet on them surviving a counter nuke here.
What about Yang?
Well, he's another character, so
okay. Hear me out. we have 3 more heroine robes. You give them to the base level Edward. Give him 2 sticks and have him hit for like 4,000.
Nah, I don't think it's worth even setting up.
But don't you want the base level powerhouse? No.
I mean, he's gonna swing
triple
one.
hit. Yeah, my favorite strategy would have been Bible Bacchus, where it's give everyone 2 sticks, stack of heroine robes, drink wine, and have your level 20 party absolutely 0 big bang.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh, you're a base level Edward? Welcome to the team. You can do like 4,000.
Well, we've had the joke, 3 dark imps in a trench coat and such things. How about 3 heroine robes and an Edward?
Yeah, it may look like an Edward. That's not an Edward. And was worried, but since you have to walk down the OST, is taking the behemoth.
Yeah.
If we zerked, that was a key item. Was that the rat tail? Or was that key item?
I don't think it was.
I thought I saw yellow, but it goes fast.
If it was, it might have been pink tail. Okay, Attracker, Bangagon, Fang, Dragoon Spear.
Neat, but xPankraz is boss hunting.
Yeah, do you like extra HP at elements? Because that's what that is.
Is boss hunting, but is also going to do the hair dryers.
Yeah, also wants that Earth Crystal.
It's faster, it's easier.
And I like that behemoth from the trap chest for Infinious there, because you get the little treasure too. So.
Yeah, if you're going to take a grind, those are the ones to do it on.
You also got a slingshot.
Have fun. Well, yay.
So that Yang is going to be even
Now that Yang
useful.
is pretty much guaranteed to be safe. He's not going to contribute, but he'll be safe.
He can revive Rosa or
so
whatever.
Yeah, you Zerk Edge, you get around, you Zerk Sid, nerf at some point, and you call it good.
That's pretty much all you have to do today. I think we'll be seeing 12k around, probably.
So,
maybe more.
Might be closer to 58 or not 59, but should be a sub-hour. We were hit 8k. We might be seeing 13k is my guess. I think 8k and 5 or 6k. Edge's natural agility really do help.
And Yeah, I think Sid's probably maxed out on strength already.
Edge is also maxed out on strength.
Yeah.
Alright, it's boss hunt time for Pankraz, and it's Zeromus time for Infinious. Who's it gonna be?
Yeah, so we can't put him anywhere else, so we randomize his sprite. Whose butt are we gonna kick tonight? Or this morning, as the case may be.
It's Bossamus! I don't know. Oh.
Ah. Hey, it's all glory to the Hypnotoad.
Oh, we did get a hit off Sid non-Zerk. 5,000.
Jeez.
Honest. We're gonna see a shake after this otherwise.
It is the gauntlet. It's not enough for Pankraz, but it is here.
Was this the Murasame altar?
Yes.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Ooh, Edge takes a dive.
We do actually have enough time if we have a Pier 3 to heal. Well.
Yeah, nicely done.
That Pier 2 might do.
It might.
This is still round. Nope, that was the first round.
Edge really needs to dodge here.
Alright, he's alive. We're healed. Could have been a Zerk, but hard to say whether or not he would have lived.
Yeah.
And I mean, Sid's hitting for 8k anyways.
Yeah, that's way more than I was expecting.
Triple Heroin Rope does a lot.
Yeah, it makes up for Sid's major flaw.
That's essentially 3 agility multipliers more than you would have ever seen. Nice 9k.
Yeah,
Healing.
It just has an ice brand too in one of his hands.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
Unless we have any plus agility gear, and even then it doesn't necessarily matter.
It's just eating time with the animation.
Yeah, we probably get hit 255 even without it.
There's rocks.
GG.
Wow. 58-14.
Zoom.
What a seed. Hey, and we're joined by Infinious. Welcome in, Infinious. GG.
Thank you. That wasn't part of the script. I was meant to lose this one.
Oh, you were supposed to come back at the cusp of Game 2, super tight race, and then have a glorious Game 3?
Now I have to lose Game 2 to have a Game 3. Can someone consult the script writers for this one? I'm pretty sure I was meant to lose.
Well, we can double check, but I think you did get the win today.
Yeah, I kind of knew as soon as I did Dwarf and that had the Earth, because like, I was pretty confident I was ahead because I figured Pankraz would not make that check.
Yeah, that is indeed what happened.
Also, I have to know, did Pankraz also get lucky with the Grimrar Rock, get that Crystal Sword really early?
No. Well, yes, but no.
Yes, but no.
Yeah, he didn't use the grimoire there. He flamed the skull and Staleman chest and then took out that chest and then did
Oh yeah, so they
all
had the
of
spoon.
Evelyn. Yep.
Yeah, then had the spoon. Right. Okay.
He did get
Yeah,
a nice grimoire roll on Mom Bomb though,
Hook
where
route.
he got Chocobo.
Oh yeah. 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 I did think about using the like just full clearing Evelyn's there and then. I just wasn't that confident that would work. I don't know. I feel like in that spot there's a good chance that the stalemate could if it sleeps Rosa that's a disaster. So I figure I'll just play the safe play and just take the right two instead.
It worked.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and Judge Joe speculated that at the time.
Like,
But I did.
Go on. Oh wow.
I was gonna say yeah, like to be fair, I had to get a little bit lucky to not get completely destroyed by the Blummy Black Cat chest anyway. But I figured that was the chance I was willing to go for. And yeah, getting that. So yeah, it worked out. Got Titan worked out.
Yeah, Power Staff Crystal Sword with an edge feels very nice in that early game.
And also a Heron Robe from Baron Inn. Oh my god. I got that. It's like, oh, what on earth? What is this feeling as soon as I got that? It's like, okay, so... And that probably prompted some of my early routing choices because I had so much power that early on, I didn't really want to do things like, I don't know, check Bedwood, for a key item.
Mm-hmm.
I got better things to do, like knock out bosses. Of course, Bedwood had the hook, but you know.
You get there.
You didn't
eventually.
need that hook early, did you?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Yeah, had no characters. Like it was a relatively free fight anyway, so just yelled it.
Yeah, how are you feeling with that? When you eventually got underground, that tower key really paid off there.
I mean, I knew I was good. Given that I knew I intentionally climbed ordeals thinking that FF4FE was less likely to make that check. As soon as I got the since that's where I got the tower key from, it's like, okay, I know I have to check this immediately because if I need to know whether ordeals was a waste of time or not.
That makes sense.
And make choices according based on that. And when it gave the other half of Forge, yeah, it's like, okay, I felt pretty good. Like, I wasn't sure if I was ahead, but I felt okay enough, especially when the shop that Kukul had Heron Rose for sale. Oh,
yeah,
this is such an high power seed.
Yeah, it was super close coming out of the hook route. You were about 2.5 minutes behind, but up the Febul check.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was very close at that point.
This is definitely a race you should watch back. There were lots of really close moments, some lockstep here and there, different paths. It was a good one to watch.
I bet that it looks like I kind of have to watch this back one anyway, just to see if I can pick up any tricks for game 2. Because I now have to I have to win one more of these now, I guess. As opposed to lose 2.
Well, you played amazingly, so yeah, I don't know. A big thing to pick up is just go where the key items are, right?
Yeah, that was basically it. Like as soon as I got that magma key, I can't know. I basically went. I did this. Like, hang on a second. Oh, son of a. Yeah, so that I wasn't sure if I needed to take the that one behemoth. I did not feel comfortable about those hit point totals on my characters, but I knew I had the strength to do it. The hit points was and also the Cure 4 on Rosa was the big issue.
Oh yeah, Cure 4
Yeah,
Rosa. Didn't even think about that.
yeah. I only had Cure 3, and and I think Rosa only had 1150 at the time, so or something along those lines. So just getting that extra couple hundred hit points of buffer was enough.
Any other questions for Infinious? Judge Show?
Nothing comes to mind. Do you have any final thoughts about the seed? It was wonderful to watch you.
Oh, that was a heck of a jet. Like, my God, that would. And I guess I'm going to really struggle going to sleep now. Jesus. Oh God, like getting a sub. Like, I think this is actually my fastest time on this flag set, this being a sub hour.
Uh,
So I guess now's a good time to pull that out my backside, I guess.
I think.
I hear this is the second fastest time in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. And if only that counter didn't hit edge, that I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have, lost cut like wouldn't have lost like half a minute for that. But well,
Yeah,
can't
that
be
did slow
picky
you
when I
down.
still win by, by like by a fair chunk. So Anyway, looking forward to game two. On I think it's Friday night. Yeah, Friday night Eastern. So should be good.
Yeah, GG and good luck in game 2. We'll look
Yeah,
forward to watching that.
Hope you have a
thank you,
wonderful night.
thank you. I will.
All right, and now we're joined by our second place finisher, xPankraz. How did you feel about that one, Pankraz?
Well, I was feeling great until about the time that I finished the 5th fight of the gauntlet and saw it finish.
Yeah, it was a jet seed for sure.
Yeah. As soon as I finished up, I went over to our race chat and I'm like, it's Earth Crystal and Dwarf, isn't it? And it says, yep. And I knew that was essentially, covered some outs up top, looking for that Earth Crystal with the hair dryers with the last arm. But knew that I skipped Baron, skipped Luca, skipped Dwarf. And if any of them had that, I'd be in trouble. And thus, I was in trouble.
Yeah, that's unfortunately how it goes sometimes with these seeds.
Oh yeah, definitely. The what's the word? Divergence and variability is a pretty fun aspect of the flag set, and I'm glad that we built some of that into it in our design process. But wish it was just a little less variable sometimes,
Yeah. I can feel that one.
How did you feel about that early game start?
Well, it was, to put it gently, off to the races. There isn't much more power that I could get once I completed Baron in there. Heroine Robe, Crystal Sword, Spoon, Power Staff. Like, I'm sitting pretty. I can do just about anything. Hence why I did Ordeals. I was hoping it would be 3 swings. Instead, it was 5 swings. Because somebody kept putting 2-part bosses there. No, it was 6 swings. King Queen Evelyn was in the chamber, too. Like, literally twice as much work. Didn't appreciate that. But no, very, very fast early game. So it's a lot of leveraging that power. And, a couple small mistakes in executing that. Didn't fast anchor with Edge for a couple fights. Or spent a little extra time equipping some things around, which cost some time. Which you can't really do when, you have that much power. It's all about going fast.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of us struggle with, equipping things and moving things around, I think, is a really difficult aspect of the game. It's kind of interesting to hear that even you can struggle with that at times.
Oh yeah, every now and again, just little minute things pop up, Like, after the fact, you'd be like, yeah, this would be the most optimized thing. Are you upset in the moment? Maybe not. But
one thing I'm really curious about is you were stealing Bacchus from the Mad Ogres in Eblin Castle. You tried to steal a second one, but it failed. So do you always just go for whatever you get, or is there like a target of Bacchus that you want to try to obtain?
if it doesn't take 30 years, I always want at least one. Either to use on the hook route boss because my white mage dies a whole lot and doesn't get to berserk, to use on Zeromus ultimately to get 2 Zerkers going as soon as possible, to use on a nasty fight somewhere else. Like, just having one in the back pocket is something that I always want to have if I have the chance to steal with an edge. The second one, it was, let's give it one more go. 2 is better than 1, but if I don't get it, I don't want to sit here and invest too much time into trying to get one. And so I did.
Makes sense. And I guess so with the Warriors chest there, you didn't quite sweep them. You knew that going in, right? Like that's why you healed Edge.
Yeah, that there would be Edge Blitz. All of Edge spells have a lot of variability in their damage. So, there was a chance. Once I got the Stardust Rod, I knew that there was a chance that some of those warriors would die, but I wasn't confident that all of them would. Hence, the healing, the backup plan, the eventual flood.
Yeah, it was a really clean race. You had a Jet Seed. It just wasn't quite jetty enough with that Earth Crystal and Dwarf.
Oh no, that just makes it even jettier. I just lost an engine somewhere along the way.
Yeah, amazingly run race. Do you have any other questions, Judge Joe?
I think you covered most of them. GG's on the race. I'm looking forward to your game 2, and I'm sure it will be an exciting matchup as well.
Yeah, game 2 should be a fun time. I'll be, we're going to switch roles for that one. I'm going to be, let's see, that one's late night Friday. Yeah. I'll be the one that's tired after the day of work. Infinious will be the one waking up. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it looks like 11 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Yeah, that's easily doable. Be fresh off work, you're gonna be exhausted, and you're gonna be like, yeah, let's play some free enterprise. So I'll look forward to seeing you all, man. It should be a fun time. Thank you all. Thank you again, Infinious. It was a good race. GG's. And thank you to the broadcast crew. Thank you, Plumeria. Thank you, Joe, for putting on the show with the commentary. Thank you, Aaron Lore, for putting on the show with the show itself. And thank you, Megan Gong, for pressing those beautiful, wonderful buttons. We'll catch you all around soon, I'm sure. Until then, have a great rest of the morning/evening if you're in Australia. And we'll see you around soon.
All right. Have a great day, Pankraz. Thank you for joining us. All right. And with that, Judge Joe, Pankraz did all the shout-outs for me, so we can sign off.
Yeah. So we aren't going to be heading anywhere but to right now. However, make sure to check back later tonight on Free Enterprise 2 at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We will have John Burkhead versus Eisen Game 2. And Game 1 was a very fun match, so be sure to catch Game 2 as well.
Yeah, try to watch Game 1 before you watch Game 2. It was a good one. All right, have a great day, everyone.